Good morning, hello, and welcome to This Date in History, aka TDH. This show is all about the events that occurred to date in years past, both recognized by other historians, but mainly things we personally find intriguing enough for us to bring to you. The sources of this information come from the Smart Device application, Today in History, What Happened Today in History, Historical Calendar, and the website onthisday.com. For links to those sources, the music done by Carrera, and anything else potentially interesting, check the underbar in the description below. Anyway, I am Aoxander, and you are you. Today is Wednesday, right? No, today is Thursday. Yeah, Thursday, aka Thursday, January 26, 2023. So let's jump into the history today, shall we? Starting us off in the year 66, the fifth recorded perihelion passage of Halley's Comet. Perihelion. Is that the one where, hold on a second. There we go. Perihelion, the point in the orbit of a planet, asteroid, or comet at which it is closest to the sun. Okay, so this is when it was closest to the sun, Halley's Comet, the fifth recorded one, in the year 66. Wow, that's cool. Doing one hell of a time jump into 1340, English King Edward III was proclaimed King of France. Alright. And, is it just me, or does his beard look like legs with like little feet in a big caboose? Like, he has a butt beard. Anyway, we got another historic event here in 1689. Jean Racine's Esther premiered in Saint Cyr. Alright. It was a dramatist, something, I don't know. Another historic event in 1697, Isaac Newton received Jean Bernoulli's 6 months time limit problem, solves problem before going to bed that same night. Wow. Oh, he was the guy to go to then. 6 month time limit problem. So you had to solve that problem in 6 months, and he solved it that night. Isaac Newton, smart guy. I mean, hell, he invented gravity, so... 1777, Captain James Cook stopped in Van Diemen's Land, now Tasmania, with Resolution for supplies on his third trip to the Pacific Ocean. So Resolution was the name of his ship, and yeah, so he landed in Tasmania for resupplies. Cool. 1784, Benjamin Franklin expressed unhappiness over eagle as America's symbol. Yes, he wanted the turkey. A lot of people don't realize that, but he wanted the turkey to be the bird of this country. And he didn't get what he wanted, but at least now we eat that bird at least once a year. So, yeah. 1788, Captain Arthur Phillip and British colonists hoist the Union flag at Sydney Cove, New South Wales, now celebrated as Australia Day, referred to as Invasion Day by some First Nations people. Yep, of course. So, but yeah. So, if you notice the date, 1788, that's after the American Revolution, because as I've said multiple times on the show, if it wasn't for France, there would not be an America. If it wasn't for America, there would not be an Australia. So thank you, France, for Australia. You know? 1790, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart's opera Kossi fan Tutte premiered at the Bergen Theater in Vienna, Austria. Alright. What else do we have? 1862, Lincoln issued General War Order No. 1, calling for a Union offensive. General George McClellan ignored an order. And yeah, I think he was fired by Lincoln, because McClellan just was not... there was some general that just wasn't up to snuff, and I think that it was this guy, because he wasn't... it's war, man. You got to go for the throat, you know? You can't just sit there and get attacked. You got to attack. You know, you got to put the enemy on the heels. Let them die for their country, you know? As George Patton said, this was interesting. As George Patton said, the best defense is a better offense. Gonna move on up into 1871. I just saw this. U.S. income tax repealed. And that was before the establishment of the IRS, which was in 1912, I believe. So, yep. We got another historic event here in 1887. Ground was broken and construction began on the Eiffel Tower in Paris, France. Nice. 100 years before I was born. That's interesting. So, actually 100 years in a couple weeks. So, 1891, Oscar Wilde's Duchess of Padua premiered in New York City. Alright. We got another music premiere here. In 1895, Alexander Gretchatinov's First Symphony premiered in St. Petersburg, Russia, with Nikolai Rimsky-Korsakov conducting. Alright. 1900, Henrik Ibsen's play När vi död vaknar, or When the Dead Awaken, premiered in Stuttgart. Huh. Good old mutton chops himself. We got the world's largest diamond discovered on this date in 1905. World's largest diamond, the 3,106 carat Cullinan, was found in South Africa. Dang, that's a big diamond. So. Another music premiere in 1911, Richard Strauss's opera Die Rosenkavalier premiered at the Königliches Opera House in Dresden, Germany. Alright. 1913, Jim Thorpe relinquished his 1912 Olympic medals for playing 2 seasons of semi-professional baseball before competing in the Olympics. And apparently that was a no-no. But I remember not too long ago we read on, I believe it was this guy, he got his medals reinstated. Because that really is a silly thing, you know. Another historic event here in 1918, Herbert Hoover, U.S. Food Administrator, calls for wheatless and meatless days for the war effort. Yeah, so, you know, that makes me wonder, you know, like, with all this, you know, pushing of, like, you know, like, you will eat the bugs and you will like it, and, you know, all the other dietary things that have been going on for the past decade. I wonder if that's the powers that be getting ready for war rationing, trying to get us used to something that's a lot more, you know, commonplace. So that's a thought there. 1924, U.S. skater Charles Juthral claimed the first ever Winter Olympic gold medal, won the 500-meter speed skating event in 44 seconds at the Chamonix Games in France. Nice. So, the very first Winter Olympic gold medal. USA. We got another Olympic gold here in 1924. Same year, yep. Klas Sundberg of Finland claimed his first of 5 gold medals when he won the 5,000 meter speed skating in 2 minutes 20.8 seconds at the Chamonix Winter Olympics. All right. 2 years later, 1926, John Logie Baird gave the first public demonstration of television in his laboratory in London. TV, 1926. Wow. Man, TV's been around for almost 100 years. Another two more years, and yeah. Wow. That's a big one. 1927, Maxwell Anderson's play Saturday's Children premiered in New York City. Alright. 2 more years later, in 1929, Rube Goldberg's The Inventions of Professor Lucifer Gorgonzola Butts, A.K. cartoon series first published in Collier's Weekly. Wow, that's quite a name there. The Inventions of Professor Lucifer Gorgonzola Butts, A.K. That's a pretty funny name right there. So let's check out some images. Oh, yeah, the Rube Goldberg machines. Overly complicated to do a very simple task. Although in Family Guy, the breakfast machine just ends up shooting you. 1931, Cimarron, directed by Wesley Ruggles and starring Richard Dix and Irene Dunn, premiered in New York. It was the first Western to win the Best Outstanding Production/Picture in 1931. Cool. Hey, we got some cricket history here. 1934, Australian cricket batting icon Don Bradman scored 128 in just 96 minutes for New South Wales versus Victoria and Sydney. Smashes 17 times 4s and 4 times 6s. Crikey, this guy is just is an absolute madman, I tell you. 1936, Joseph Stalin viewed Dmitri Shostakovich's opera Lady Macbeth, but he and his officials left early and the play was denounced in state press. Wow. So just by leaving early, like, the entire thing is just crushed. Poor Dmitri. 1939, Francisco Franco's troops conquered Barcelona in Spain. That's unfortunate. Oh. Yeah, 1939, so, yeah, no, the Second World War had already broken out. It started September 1st, 1939, but that's in Eastern Europe. So, 1942, Italian Supreme Command demanded dismissal of German Field Marshal Erwin Rommel. Dang. Well, I don't think he got dismissed. I think he later on became the Desert Fox because he served. Well, he remained, like, you know, active until like 1945, I believe. Like, that's when he offed himself. 1944, never mind. So, wow. Huh. We got another historic event in 1945. Soviet forces reached Auschwitz concentration camp. Eee. Can't even imagine what they saw. Awful. 1950, Constitution of Independent India came into effect. Rajendra Prasad was elected India's first president. Nice. So, yep. Good on India. They're finally independent. 1 year later, 1951, Mel Ott and Jimmy Fox were elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame. Alright. 1956, Hank Greenberg and Joe Cronin were elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame. Alright. And 1958, H. Laskow replaced Moshe Dayan as an Israeli Minister of Defense. That guy looks evil. Israeli politician in general. Like, he has a sneer, he has the eye patch. Like, bro, like, I mean, I don't know what he did, but he just does not look like good news. We got an election of interest in 1960. Pete Rozelle was elected NFL commissioner on the 23rd ballot. Alright. 1961, Are You Lonesome Tonight by Elvis Presley hit #1. Alright. And that's at the same time in 1961 as well. First woman personal physician to a U.S. president, Jenny G. Trevell, to John F. Kennedy. Oh, that's cool. I'm going to talk about the twist a little bit more here. 1962, Bishop Burke of Buffalo Catholic Diocese declares chubby checkers as a twist to be impure and bans it from all Catholic schools because of the hip gyrations. Yep. All that rock and roll is the devil. No, mama, the rock and roll is no devil. Just saw Doom Guy and I on a whim last night decided to see Waterboy. So, it's been a while. Fun movie. 1966, Ard Schneck skated a world record 1500 meter in 2 minutes 6.2 seconds. Nice. 1969, first Australian Open women's tennis. Margaret Court won inaugural Open event, defeating U.S. Billie Jean King 6-4, 6-1. Well, if Margaret Court is the one who won, why is she not here? Like, why is it Billie Jean King? Why do we have the picture of the loser? I mean, she's a good tennis player, tennis legend apparently, but this is the winner. She should have the picture up here. Come on. Got some more Golden Globes here. 1974, the 31st Golden Globes. The Exorcist, Al Pacino, and Marsha Mesa won. Alright. Yeah, The Exorcist, good movie. Al Pacino, great actor. I don't know who Marsha Mason is, but okay. Yeah, we got an election of interest here. In 1974, Bülent Ecevit became Prime Minister of Turkey for the first time. Alright, he later became a four-term Turkish Prime Minister, so his first of 4. 1 year later, 1975, Edward Albee's Seascape premiered in New York City. Alright. I've seen this picture a couple of times, so yeah. Another historic event in 1976, David Mammon's American Buffalo premiered in New York City. Yeah. 1978, Mario Soares formed the Portuguese government. Okay, and he was president of Portugal for a time. 1980, 175,000 paid to hear Frank Sinatra sing in Rio de Janeiro. Okay, well that's quite a big concert right there. They wanted to fly him to the moon. So, 1980. This is interesting. Mary Decker became the first woman to run a mile in under 4.5 minutes. That's fast. That's pretty fast right there. 1985, 42nd Golden Globes. Amadeus, F. Murray Abraham, and Sally Field won. Alright. Sports history, 1985 as well. Edmonton Oiler Wayne Gretzky scored 50th goal in 49th game of season. Good. So, at some point, he scored 2 goals. 1987, 14th American Music Awards. Whitney Houston, Lionel Richie, and Alabama won. The state of Alabama? Or is that a band? Or where's Sohan? Where's my pop culture guy? I need to know. So I guess I'll be my first challenge to you viewers. Which Alabama is this? Was there a band called Alabama? Like, I don't know. Anyway, 1989, we got some more sports history. Alan Border took 7-46 against the West Indies at the SCG cricket. So, yep. 1981, we got the Australian Open women's tennis. Monica Seles became the only Yugoslav player, a male or female, to win a Grand Slam singles title. Defeated Jana Novatina 5-7, 6-3, 6-1. All right, that was one of my worst accent attempts there. We'll just move right up on to the 1992, mate. Australian Open men's tennis. U.S. Jim Courier won second career Grand Slam title and first Australian title. Defeated Stefan Edberg of Sweden 6-3, 3-6, 6-4, 6-2, mate. Dang. I need practice. 1995, New Jersey Governor Christine Whitman dedicates a rest stop to Howard Stern. Well, that's cool. And 1997, Australian Open men's tennis. Pete Sampras won his second and last Australian title. Defeated Carlos Moya of Spain 6-2, 6-3, 6-3. He was almost fully consistent there. Just needed to lose one more time at the beginning. 1997, Australian Open women's tennis. Getting tired of this accent, tell you what. Martina Hingis became first Swiss player, or Hingis, male or female, to win Grand Slam singles title. Defeated Mary Pierce of France 6-2, 6-2. I don't know where my accent is going, but it is not Australian anymore. Not even trying. 1997 as well, Mario Lemieux tied NHL record with 4 goals in the third period. Pittsburgh wins 5-2 at Montreal. 39th career hat trick and 13th 4-goal game, tying NHL records shared by Wayne Gretzky and Mike Bossy. Wow. Yeah, Mario Lemieux, another one. So, good guys, good players. And 1998 25th American Music Awards, Spice Girls and Babyface won. That's weird, Spice Girls are British. So, 1998, Intel launched 333 MHz megahertz. I don't know. Pentium 2 chip. I don't know what that means. Megahertz, probably. I don't know. I did not have sexual relations with that woman. 1998, President Bill Clinton said, "I want to say one thing to the American people. I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky," in quotes. And he did. What a liar. So... But, I mean, he was from the left. What do they do? All they do is lie. 2003, Australian Open's men's tennis. Andre Agassi of the U.S. won his 8th and last Grand Slam title. Defeated Rainer Schuttler of Germany 6-2, 6-2, 6-1. And 2004, President Hamid Karzai signed the new Constitution of Afghanistan. Alright. 2005, Condoleezza Rice was sworn in as a U.S. Secretary of State, the first black U.S. citizen woman to hold the post. Yeah, I remember that. There's a big hoopla about it. Condoleezza Rice, whoop-de-doo. You know, okay. Does she do the job, though? You know, and from what I heard, she didn't really do much good of a job, but I don't know. Anyway, 2008, here we go again. I know you're tired of this accent, but I mean, I have to kind of do it. It's Australia. Australia Open women's tennis. Russian Maria Shaparova won her first and only Australian title. Defeated Anna Enokovic of Serbia 7-5, 6-3. 2009, Blame It on the Alcohol single released by Jamie Foxx featuring T-Pain, Billboard Song of the Year 2009. Alright, my goodness, have standards gone through the bottom of the ground. 2010, World Health Organization rejected claims that it overestimated the severity of the swine flu pandemic under pressure from vaccine companies. Yeah, it sounds very, very familiar. So, 2013, Australian Open women's tennis. Victoria Azarenka of Belarus won her second straight Australian title. Defeated Li Na of China 4-6, 6-4, 6-3. 2014 56 Grammy Awards. Macklemore and Ryan Lewis, Lord, and Daft Punk won. It was funny. We were I went to the market last night, and in the meat department, they were talking about Lord, because there was a Lord music going on, and then I was walking into some other aisle. I just hear from behind me, "Lord, Lord, Lord, I am your Lord, yeah, yeah, yeah," and I'm just like, oh my goodness. Anyway, 2014 Australian Open men's tennis. Dan Wawrinka of Switzerland won his first major title. Defeated Rafael Nadal 6-3, 6-2, 3-6, 6-3. 2014 NFL Pro Bowl at the Aloha Stadium in Honolulu, Hawaii. Team Rice defeated Team Sanders 22-21. Most valuable players: Nick Foles, Philadelphia quarterback; Derek Johnson, Kansas City Chiefs linebacker. I'm getting tired of this, mate. 2019 Australian Open women's tennis. Naomi Osaka became world number 1 ranked player with 7-6, 5-7, 6-4 win over Petra Kvitova of the Czech Republic, first Japanese player to win Australian singles title. Yeah. 2020, just 3 years ago. Wow. 67 Grammy Awards. Billie Eilish won 5 Grammys, including Album, Record, and Song of the Year. Wow. Billie Eilish. What are you? 2020, LA Lakers basketball legend Kobe Bryant died in a helicopter crash in foggy conditions in the hills above Calabasas, Southern California. Considered one of the greatest players in the game's history. Yes, absolutely. And wow, so it's been 3 years. So this is, yeah, that's right. It was near the end of January. So this is rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. You know, the Mamba, man. And then 2022, last year, Spotify removed Neil Young's music from its streaming platform after the singer-songwriter's ultimatum in objection to that misinformation in Joe Rogan's podcast. Yeah, that's what you get, you male Karen. So, like, oh, you better remove, Joe Rogan from Spotify or I'll leave. Well, who are you, Neil Young? Like, you're from the past, bro. Like, yeah. Anyway, before we move on to the Burst and Deaths, audience, were there any articles that grabbed your attention more than most? Anything you wished I had elaborated more about? Anything you would have liked to say had you been here? Start a dialogue in the comments section. Anyway, let's move on into Burst. Starting us off in the year 1497, we have Emperor Go-Nara of Japan, died in 1557. We have Douglas MacArthur, born on this date in 1880. He was a U.S. general in World War II, Pacific Theater in the Philippines and Korea, born in Little Rock, Arkansas, and died in 1964. Great general. Brilliant man. Should have listened to him during the Korean War, though. 1887, we have Francois Faber, a Luxembourgian cyclist, Tour de France, 1909, born in Aulnay-sur-Étang, France. Okay. Frank Costello, 1891, an Italian-U.S. gangster, the Prime Minister of the Underworld, born in Laropoli, Calabria, Italy, died in 1973. Oh, alright. We have Bessie Coleman, 1892, a U.S. aviator and first black U.S. Woman and Native American to hold a pilot license, born in Atlanta, Texas, died in 1926. She was young. That's, oh man, she was 34. She died in a plane crash caused by a loose wrench lodged into her plane's engine controls. The plane went into a spin and then a dive from which she was unable to recover control. That sounds like sabotage. Huh. Well, I mean, happy birthday, and sorry to hear about how you ended, but alright. We have Sean McBride, whatever, 1904, Chief of Staff of the Irish Republican Army and founder of Amnesty International, Nobel of 1974, born in Dublin, Ireland, and died a year after I was born in 1988. Dang. Nicolae Ceausescu, 1918, a communist dictator of Romania from 1967 through 89, born in Scorneristici, Romania, and it looks like he died in office. Yeah, executed by firing squad, so alright. Good. Paul Newman, 1925, a U.S. actor, HUD, hombre, and hustler, auto racer and team owner, Newman/Haas Racing, and charity food company founder, Newman's Own, born in Cleveland, Ohio, and died in 2008. I want to buy some Newman-O's or something, Those are like Newman form of chocolate sandwich cookie Oreos. I've seen them. We got Kim Hughes, 1954, Australian cricket batsman and captain, 70 tests, 9 times 100, HS 213, 97 ODIs, 17 times 50, Western Australia, CA, Natal, born in Margaret River, Australia. He was born in a river, mate. Is he a water boy? We got Eddie Van Halen, 1955, Dutch-U.S. rock guitarist Van Halen, You Really Got Me, and Jump, born in Amsterdam, Netherlands, died in 2020. I did not know he was from, Dutch, or whatever, from the Netherlands, such. Anyway, we also have Anita Baker, 1958, a U.S. jazz and soul singer, giving you the best that I got and Sweet Love, born in Toledo, Ohio, 65 today, happy birthday. Ellen DeGeneres, 1958, a U.S. attempted comedian. Ellen, Morgan, and Ellen, born in New Orleans, Louisiana. Alright, who cares about this idiot? Wayne Gretzky, 1961, Canadian Ice Hockey Hall of Fame center, Stanley Cup 1984, 85, 87, 88, Hart Memorial Trophy, MVP 1980 through 87 and 89, Art Ross Trophy, scoring champion 1981 through 87, as well as 90, 91, 94, Edmonton Oilers, LA Kings, born in Brantford, Ontario, Canada. He is 62 today. Happy birthday, you absolute god. Let's move on up here. We also have Cameron Bright, 1993, a Canadian actor, The Twilight Saga and X-Men. Oh, that guy. Born in Victoria, British Columbia. He is 30 today. Still looks like a llama. 1994, British actor, Joseph Quinn of Stranger Things. Born in London, England. He is 29. And then let's move on up into... I don't care about these people here. Let's move on up into deaths. 457, we have Marcian, Eastern Roman Empire, 450 through 57, dies, whatever BC 392 is. So, it's not before Christ. It's, I don't know, British Columbia. We have Edward Jenner, 1823, English physician, father of Western immunology, pioneered smallpox vaccinations, died of a stroke at the age of 73. Wow. Well, thank you for your contributions, Jenner. We got Theodore Gary-Sicot, 1824, French painter, The Raft of the Medusa, died at 32. We also have Charles Lucky Luciano, 1962, an Italian-U.S. gangster of the New York Mafia, died of a heart attack at 65. Okay. Nelson Rockefeller, 1979, a U.S. politician, vice president, 1974 through 77, governor of New York. Prior to that, for the Republican Party, 1959 through 73, died of a heart attack at the age of 70. Dang. We got Jose Ferrer, 1992, Puerto Rican actor and director, Cyrano de Bergerac, died at 80. We also have Kobe Bryant. Yeah, we spoke about him earlier today. He died on this date 3 years ago in 2020. A U.S. basketball guard, NBA champion 2000 through 2002, 2009 through 2010, NBA MVP 2008, 18-time NBA All-Star for the LA Lakers, Olympic gold in 2008 and in 2012, died in a helicopter crash at the age of 41, really young. So may you rest in peace. And that shall conclude the show. Once again, you can check the underbar of the description for any links you may be interested in, including but not limited to all things Omni Coalition. Please, pardon me, please go check out the Omni Coalition's YouTube, our Rumble, our BitChute. At some point soon, we're going to switch to the Omni Coalition to be the platform for our live streaming. So we're no longer going to be live streaming on this channel. We're going to be streaming on that channel. Or maybe we're just going to start streaming on Twitch, which we do have a Twitch. I gotta do some things behind the scenes involving that. Anyway, until you catch us tomorrow, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. I also forgot the middle section of my outro here. For your dose of past events daily, we stream every day at 10 in the morning Pacific time, which means it'll be uploaded sometime around 11:30, noon. Probably 11 actually today because I hammered this out pretty quick. Anyway, until whenever you see us, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Toodles!